Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us back here at Critical Solutions Incorporated's channel. We're, of course, sitting here once again with Bob, and we have an exciting episode for you. We're going to dive through Critical Solutions again and answer some questions. But first off, Bob, how are you performing today?
Well, great. Thanks for having me, and it's an honor always to be here.
It's wonderful to have these chats with you, and guys, we really appreciate the questions. First and foremost, Bob, tell us again, just real quick, what is Critical Solutions Incorporated and what it is you guys do?
Oh, yes, I'd be glad. That's question comes up quite a bit because we're doing a lot.
Mhm.
And Critical Solutions is a publicly owned holding company, and we specialize in acquiring or doing joint venture partnerships in the licensed cannabis, real estate, and the cryptocurrency NFT market with NFTs for entertainment. There's two ways that we do this. We do reverse mergers with companies that are already generating profits and they want to become a public company. And in that, we have a turnkey system and people where we have SEC attorneys, OTC attorneys, public accounting for OTC, and we bring a whole team to people to show them how to be a public company. And in that, we wind up owning some stock and derived at times maybe profit sharing contracts for their financial needs. That we're doing with two companies, EMDF and GGRN on the OTC. Out of that, we own a percentage of stock anywhere from 5% up to 9%. We also own two companies, RWGI, which we have 51% of the voting control. So what that means is that we control the board of directors.
Mhm.
And basically it's our company, but 49% is owned out there by the public. And UVSS is the other public company on the OTC that we currently own, and we own 51% of the voting control of that. So out of that comes certain kinds of profit sharing contracts or different things that we do. For example, we're going to talk about UVSS today, and that we're doing two soundtracks, and I'm going to do a rundown of everything towards the end of this video. But Critical Solutions is that.
Perfect. Well, Bob, but yeah, before we dive into UVSS, first and foremost, one of the biggest questions people are asking is what is the real connection here between Critical Solutions Incorporated and MKH Ventures? Are they the same company, or how is the best way to say it for people?
Okay, yes, we're well aware of the question of MKH and Critical Solutions. Let me explain to people. When you buy a public company that's a shell and you take it to the OTC, you need a company, or you should have a corporation that does that. So MKH was our corporation. With our monies in it, we went and purchased Critical Solutions Incorporated. It was a shell company that we had to clean up and work very hard with our attorneys so that we could trade in the pinks.
Mhm.
We did all that. We were approved by the OTC and by all the attorneys. That was done through the checking account and ownership of MKH. This third quarter reporting, we're posting next week by November 15th, a consolidated statements of MKH and Critical Solutions as one. And everything will be posted with OTC to show that they're one company operating as one company, and that company owns the other holding companies that I just went through: GGRM, EMDF, RWGI, and UVSS.
Perfect. I think that adds a lot of clarification for people. And again, we appreciate the questions. And going off that, another question people were asking was about the UVSS and the NFTs and cryptocurrency. Can you shed some more light on that side of things?
Yes, that's one of the things in a lot of our press releases we kept mentioning was NFTs, and we're going to be involved. And of course, the answer always comes back when. And our company UVSS, that we own the 51%, and we have filed for OTC IQ access, and we're getting verification of our transfer agent. Once we do that, we'll be fully trading into the pigs. And the president of that company is Andrew Lane. He's the president, sits on the board with us, of UVSS. Andrew's background is he was a 30-year producer for Disney and multi-platinum at that. He did a number of producing of albums and records and many different things with all the Disney stars, and multi-platinum, well recognized in Hollywood. And that is the essence of our company. Currently, we're finishing up a soundtrack for Man in the White Van, which is owned by Garrison Films and being filmed by that in conjunction with Legion M, who's a large production company in Hollywood, well recognized. So in that producing of that film, we're producing the soundtrack and we're getting paid for that. And we collect royalties for that and for all the songs in it. So we're in the entertainment field. We don't film it. Garrison is a holding company of films developing libraries, and they outsource to people like Legion M that are a full production house. So they do all the filming, and they're experts, and we are finishing up the film with that. We also have another film we finished up our soundtrack with, and it's the same thing. We have both royalties and we have pay that comes in, billable pay off of both of that. And that'll show the following quarter now, because that's just starting to come in. And we have that. We also have distribution of media assets with distro distribution, where we're doing, and what we have, Andrew Lane, through all his clients and all the people that we do work for, he does work for, they have followers, social followings, and the combination of all that adds up to over 500 million. We have 20, 30 social influencers that have as much as 20 million followers, some 10, some 4 million, both on the acting side and on the music side, where they're singers, where they really are performers. Between those two and what they are, we're taking that and we're doing NFTs. We're going to be launching an NFT within about 6 weeks, will be the first one. And let me back up to explain NFTs. It's not cryptocurrency, though it falls into that area. Mm-hmm. Why? Cryptocurrency is a Bitcoin, like Bitcoin, that has a value. And people buy and sell that value, but you have a designated value. Mm-hmm. NFTs are more like artwork that's unique. And what's about NFTs is that you only manufacture, or you only have that artwork for X amount of time, numbers. In other words, an NFT could be 2,000 available, or 1,000. In it, you have a couple that are like what you call jokers in the deck, have some unique part of that design. So it's a collectible field. It's like if you were collecting baseball cards, the Babe Ruth card is worth millions, and a guy that rides the bench is worth the bubble gum you bought.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's in a couple areas. It's not just you taking a design. For example, one of the launches will probably be NFT, what we're looking at and discussing with Garrison Films, the Man in the White Van. If we all decide to launch that as an NFT, there's going to be a coupon with that. They will get a VIP entrance into Garrison Film, and part of it will go to charity, okay, so that they become involved. Part of the reason people hire NFT, it gives them an entryway. So like if you're doing things that are good for society, it's a piece of artwork in the sense of design, and there's only X amount to buy. you can't do anymore. And then you go through a platform that verifies that. That you heard the word blockchain. That's what a blockchain is. Your NFT is listed along with thousands of others, and people buy and sell on that platform. They're trading. So obviously, if you get more trading, you can start out a blockchain at, an NFT at $1 or $10 or 20 or whatever, and it could go up to $100 because there's only 2,000 that will trade. And in that, you have a few jokers, we call it, unique particle that goes up a multiple. The market, we just in the market.
Yeah, Rob. I mean, the way NFTs sit as non-fungible tokens, they're collectibles, and one person owns that token, or a group of people own that one if it's a fund that buys them. So
Here's where the money comes in. We get a royalty percentage of every trade. So you say, why do you do it, and why do you make money? Well, let's say we did 10,000 coins for NFT for Man in the White Van. And we came out at a $50 VIP club offer. You join the VIP club, you get access to merchandise at discount, you get a free pass to the movie when it comes out, blah, so forth. That's what starts to happen. And that value, so you take 10,000 times $50. You have money there that's coming in. That comes in to the creators of NFT, which would be UVSS and Garrison Film. We signed a contract with them. Now, every time it trades again, you get a percentage off of the blockchain. So it's like a hit song. You get the money, you get the royalties, and that's where it is. And you get the residual. So with influencers, if they want to make more money with us and they influence that to their social market, we're going to pay them part of that royalty. And then that way, it's like having a commercial on TV. Every time it shows, you get ding, ding, a little check.
Yeah, the NFT market's really interesting, and it's really hot right now. This is basically heading towards the future of all collectibles, especially because of the ease of being able to get royalties to the people who created the NFTs, the fact that it's on the immutable blockchain saying this is the owner of the NFT, and so on. And like you said, there's definitely a level of scarcity at play here, to where there's only so many made. They can't be counterfeited. If it's yours, it's yours. If it's not, it's not. So very exciting stuff with NFTs on your guys' side. Bob, thank you for explaining these and answering people's questions. Is there anything else you want to add before we go?
Yes. First of all, for the shareholders and people listening out there, you will see next week when we file, MKH and Critical Solutions will be one, and that's there. And also stay tuned for the launch date on our first NFT we're going to put out there. And by the way, it's a booming market. It is going. You just need to understand the mechanics of what it is and how it's traded.
Agreed. Well, everybody, keep your eyes peeled and stay tuned. We'll get you another exciting update soon. Watch out for the news release and watch out for the NFT release. If you guys want to do some more research on NFTs, by all means, recommend reading up on it. Always do your due diligence. Bob, thank you for your time today.
Thank you for listening.